Hello to dear ones out there who are watching this video. My name is Farahnaz, and this is a little short clip about mental balance and self-healing. For some of you who are familiar with my videos and clips, you know that I talk about how we can use our soul for healing and how we can use our higher self for healing and other aspects of ourselves. We are a multidimensional being who is experiencing a physical world. And while we are light beings experiencing the physical life, we experience some challenges in the past, which the intention of these challenges is growth, for our soul and ourselves to grow and understanding and capacity and in assisting each other. So one of the things that we need to be aware of is that at this point of time, the vibration on Earth is rising. The energy, as you have felt it, is not the same as it was about 50 years ago or 100 years ago. This change of vibration started in 2012, and it's continuing on. And we're in the process of moving from third dimension to the fifth dimension. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the difference of the dimensions, but one of the things that separates them is the level of vibration. And one thing that indicates the level of vibration is that how much you love yourself and how aware you are. So the level of love and awareness is one thing that affects the vibration and indicates the vibration, and it indicates which dimension you will be in. And whenever you incarnate into the dimension that's according to your vibration. So if you're higher vibration, you incarnate on a higher plane. If you're lower vibration, you incarnate on lower planes. Now, as we are growing and changing, and as the Earth vibration is rising, it causes a lot of change. So our energy is directly connected to Mother Earth. And as Earth is changing and Earth vibration is changing, we're changing as well. And this change has some effects. This change of vibration on Mother Earth has some effect on our physical body and our mental body. Now, as we are going through the process of ascension, and as we are changing, and as Earth is changing, the speed of this change heightens. It rises up. As we move forward, as each year passes, this speed increases. The speed of the rise of the vibration increases. And as this rise of vibration increases, it gives us the sense of some pressure. We feel that there's not enough time. We feel our physical body is not as energized. We feel at the end of the day as if we've climbed a mountain, because the speed of change and rise of the vibration on Mother Earth has effect on our physical body as well. So one of the things that really helps us to minimize this pressure, the physical and mental pressure and emotional pressure that this rise of the vibration causes, is to be aware of what's going on and how we can balance it. Because sometimes when you don't know where it's coming from, in itself can be a little confusing. Like, I'm not the same person. I wasn't feeling this way a year ago. What happened? Why am I suddenly more sensitive? Why am I suddenly more tired? Why am I suddenly feeling less patient? Why am I getting more agitated than like 2 years ago? What happened to me? I haven't done anything different. I'm still the same person. So why am I feeling different? So just knowing what's causing it helps to balance it. So one thing you need to know is that the reason you're going through some change, other than your own path or your own soul path, at the same time you're experiencing changes that are happening on Mother Earth. Because we're all connected. We are all one. We are all connected, and our energy is connected to Mother Earth. So in these times, it's really important to know how to balance yourself. Now, at 50, 100 years ago, where people were meditating and they were doing other spiritual work, the intention was the rise of the vibration. Right now, although a lot of people talk about rise of the vibration, right now it's not priority. Right now, what is priority is balance. Because the energy is rising on its own. You don't really need to do much to rise the vibration. Because as the earth vibration rises, so rises you. Your vibration changes as well. So you really don't need to work as hard as changing your vibration as people did 50, 100 years ago. But what is important, in my view, is maintaining balance. As the energy is rising, as the vibration is rising. And in my opinion, the most important thing is balance, because when I was around like 18, 19, I did not have much balance. I'm a strong empath, and at the time I didn't know it that I'm an empath. And I was having a lot of experiences that I did not know where it was coming from. I was feeling a lot of different energies. I was feeling everybody's stuff. I was feeling everybody's emotions. I was going up and down like a yo-yo. 1 minute I was happy, 1 minute I was sad, 1 minute I was depressed, 1 minute I was energized, 1 minute I was fatigued. Like I could have variety of emotions and moods in just one day. And in fact, I was so out of balance and my moods were so changing in just one day, like within an hour or two. So that when somebody would ask me, how are you? As I made a joke out of it, and I said, well, wait 10 minutes and I'll tell you. Because that's how much in a day my moods would change. And this really can affect the self-esteem. Because if you don't know how you're feeling from minute to minute, it's like you don't know yourself anymore. And it really affects self-esteem and mental balance. And it makes it hard to hold down a job. It makes it a little bit harder to maintain relationship with people, because they don't know who you are from minute to minute because you're changing. So finally, through a lot of search and meditation and investigation and connection with the source, I came to some solutions, some things that helped me maintain balance, maintain my sanity and mental balance and physical balance. And now the things that helped me, and I learned through my 30-year journey, because it's been about 30 years since when I was like 18, 19 that I started this journey. It's been about that long, so now you can calculate how old I am. But through this journey, I've learned certain things that help me to maintain balance. And now I like to share that with other people to help them balance. So first of all, let me add how you can find me and connect with me more direct. You can email me at farahnaz, and I'll include the email in this page. Farahnaz, F-A-R-A-H, N for Nancy, A-Z for zebra, J, 2016 at gmail.com. You can email me. If you're familiar with Telegram, Telegram is an app that you can download on your phone. It's something like Tango, Viber, WhatsApp. There are so many of these applications out, like communication or face-to-face or things like that. Telegram is one of these apps, of communication apps that I use, and it seems to be very popular in Europe and Middle East. And it's used in US too, but it's not as popular. But Telegram is one of these apps that you can download, and my ID in Telegram is farahnaz J777. I also have a public channel. My public channel is not in English at this moment, but I'm in the process of creating a public channel in English as well. But you can send me messages or questions directly through Telegram. You can also, if you're within the U.S., because I'm in California, if you're within U.S., you can text me through direct text to the number 925, that's the area code, 925-478-9470. 925-478-9470. So if you're within the U.S., you can text me directly. I think if you're in Canada, you can text me, or sometimes they text me from Middle East and Europe as well. I just can't return those texts. If you text me from out of U.S., I cannot return your text. My mobile carrier doesn't allow me to send text out of U.S. So if you're within the U.S., you can text me. I can return the text. But if you're outside the U.S. and you text me, I cannot return the text. So it's best to either email me or send me a message through Telegram. So a little about how we can mentally balance ourselves. Now, in the original meditation, what they teach people is to sit with their legs across, which for me in itself is a challenge because I'm not a slim person, and sitting with my legs across is not the easiest thing for me. And but in addition, the fact that that's not the easiest thing, the way I teach meditation is to sit with your spine straight and have your foot on the ground. Have your foot straight on the ground. Because when your foot is, or your feet rather, is a straight balance on the ground, it makes an energetic connection with Mother Earth. And this helps to balance your energy. It helps you get grounded. You may have heard about grounding. Grounding is about the energy connection with Mother Earth. And once you connect with Mother Earth and your feet are on the ground, or even when you walk barefoot on the ground, like if you walk barefoot on the grass or ground, whatever, this creates an energetic connection with Mother Earth, which helps balance. It helps to ground you and to balance your energy, because our energy is connected to Mother Earth. When we are aware of that connection with Mother Earth, it helps balance our energy. Now, so one of the things is, if you want balance, like especially people who are sensitive, this helps them. When you're meditating, sit down with your feet on the ground. Don't make your legs across. Another thing is deep breathing, the diaphragm breathing. This helps balance. You can listen to soft music when you're meditating. And if you're not used to meditating for 20, 30 minutes, start by 5 minutes. Feel your own capacity. Feel where your energy is. Just because somebody says 30 minutes, you don't need to do 30 minutes. Go with your own feel, what feels right, what's according to your capacity. So if you're not ready for 20, 30 minutes, start by 5 minutes. 5 minutes before bedtime is really good, or 5 minutes early in the morning is a good start. Sit with your spine erect, your feet on the ground, deep breathing. You can listen to soft music. Now, one of the things I use as an instrument to help calm my mind and help, because one of the point of the meditation is quiet of the mind and inner peace and inner quiet, because it is within that silence that you make connection with your true self and with the source. But since sometimes we're not used to, we haven't learned how to silence the mind, and we haven't been taught how to silence the mind, we need to use a tool to help our mind to quiet down and to calm down. One of these tools that I use and I teach for meditating, calming the mind, is saying a mantra. Now, sometimes as you're on your spiritual journey, sometimes you receive certain mantras as a gift. Every time you're given a mantra from source or from your spiritual guides, it's a gift. One of these gifts of mantra that I received is that I receive divine love. Anytime in any mantra you use the word divine source or God, you are increasing and strengthening your connection with the source. So connection with source is another important factor. On a daily basis, we need to connect it with source because we are from source. The same way you charge your cell phone. If you don't charge your cell phone for one day, your cell phone is dead. You cannot use it anymore. In the same way that you charge your cell phone, you need to charge yourself on a daily basis, not every so often. Like you have to put gas in your car every so often. We need to connect with source every day. So one of the ways that we can connect with source is through meditation. Now there are many various ways that people do that. My way of connecting to source is through meditation, by quieting down. And when you say a mantra that I receive divine love, I receive divine love, and you can even say it out loud or silently. You can sing it with a melody. You can give it a melody and sing it. It's okay, whichever way you feel comfortable saying that mantra. Doesn't matter, it does the effect. But when you say the mantra, I receive divine love, or you can say I receive divine love now, or I receive divine love. And as you repeat this mantra, it strengthens your connection with source and you actually receive divine love. It helps open up your heart and to allow divine love to enter your heart. Because when we allow divine love to enter our heart, that heals our pains, it heals our anger, it rises our vibration, and it gives us feeling of joy. As the more you do it on a daily basis, you do this every day, I recommend meditating 20 minutes a day every day. But you do it accordingly to what you're ready for. If you want to start with 5 minutes, that's perfectly fine. 5 minutes is better than not doing it at all. So start from somewhere. Because along the way, as the earth is rising, the earth vibration is rising, this pressure will build on. So the more you help yourself recharge and connect with source, it relieves those pressures and you can cope better and maintain mental and physical and emotional balance. Because right now, balance is the most important thing. Now, you can say this mantra, I receive divine love. Another mantra that I have received and I really enjoy is that I give my heart to source and source gives its heart to me. I give my heart to source and source or God gives its heart to me. Another mantra that's really helpful is that I am one with God. I am one with source, or I am divine source. I am one with source. I am from source. I am the source. And this strengthens the connection with source because the truth of the matter is that we are one with God. And when you say those mantras, whatever mantra you repeat has that energetic level and that energetic effect. When you say, I am one with God, that memory of being one with God that is within us, we all have that memory in our DNA, in our Akashic record. We have the memory that we are one with God. We just forgotten it, but that memory is within us. But when you say, I am one with God, that memory is remembered, and it strengthens it. And it helps us remember that we are one with God. And once we remember that we are one with God, this awakens us. It awakens the seventh chakra, and it awakens us and helps us remember that we are one with God. Once you remember that you are one with God, this changes totally your vibration. It helps open up your heart. It awakens your seventh chakra. It totally changes your energy 100%, and you remember who you are, and everything changes. Your life becomes better. You're fully connected with the source. So this is one of the effective mantras that I am one with God. Now, there are certain techniques that I am aware of, but that I can help to balance your mental emotional balance. Certain experiences that people have through this rise of vibration, earth vibration, is that it strengthens some of your sixth senses. You naturally, without really working on it, without really trying, some of your sixth senses start awakening. One of the things that a lot of people experience is that they start hearing stuff. like nobody's there, but they're hearing somebody talk. They hear some voice, or they hear somebody calling them, or different things. And of course, this is not a natural feeling, and it's something that people are not familiar with, they're not used to. And it can feel very strange when you don't see anybody around you, but you're hearing stuff. And sometimes this alone stresses people because they feel like, what's going on? Am I losing it? Am I going cuckoo? What's going on? And even if you go tell your doctor gives you medication telling you you've gone cuckoo. But that's not what's happening. You're not going cuckoo. What's happening is that uh, uh, your hearing ability to the light vibration is strengthening. You're hearing the non-physical, and sometimes you're hearing other dimensions, because within Earth there's other dimensions. So sometimes you're hearing other dimensions, and sometimes you're hearing the non-physical, because like we have a spiritual teacher. Sometimes you can hear spiritual teachers. But it doesn't mean what you hear is always your spiritual teachers. It can come from anywhere. It doesn't indicate where it's coming from. But the only thing, if you're hearing voices, it's indicating that your sixth sense is strengthening, and your ability to hear the non-physical is increasing. So this, to know that what's happening helps calm you down. You're not going cuckoo. This is an ability. Your ability is strengthening, but it's important to know how to balance it. One of the things, especially people who are empath, like I was a very strong empath, I still am, but now I'm balanced. But if you're a strong empath and you don't know that you are, and you don't know how to balance it, it can really throw you off the wall. If you're with a happy person, you feel happy. If you're a sad person, you feel depressed. And you don't know what's what and how to control it. So to learn how to balance, like what it means to be an empath, and how to balance these abilities, because these are abilities we have, but if you're not aware of it and don't know how to balance it, it can if we're not aware of these abilities and don't even know that this is the ability that we have, and we don't know how to balance it, it can really get out of control sometimes. When I was in 1920, I was myself having some experiences with the non-physical, which were not fun, and I had no clue about it. It suddenly happened after, like, I was under some stress, and it suddenly started showing up, and I didn't know what to do about it. I went to ask some people for some help. I didn't really get much help. There weren't a lot of people who could help me, and I didn't want to go to a doctor because I knew they don't understand these things. So it was very frustrating when you experience these things and there's no one around to explain to you what's going on to help you out. So I firsthand, a lot of things that I teach, I have personally experienced, so I really understand it and comprehend it. That's how I know how to balance it and how to bring it into harmony. So these are some of the things you need to be aware of, that like some people's sixth senses start strengthening. They start having information about future. And this sometimes freaks people out because like they have a dream and it happens. Like, wait a minute. And that if it's an unhappy event, sometimes they feel responsible. They feel like they caused it, and that's not the case. They were just given information and they didn't know what to do with it. Or like a lot of people have issue like where they're getting information about what's going to happen in the future, and they don't know what to do about it, and something bad happens and they feel responsible, they feel bad, and they start resenting their abilities. Why am I seeing this? Why am I hearing this? Why me? And it really throws them off balance just to stress itself. So if you're having some of these experiences, hearing stuff, feeling stuff, sometimes feeling the presence of some energies, this is another thing a lot of people right now are feeling and they're asking me about, where like they're feeling some energy that's around them, and they don't know what it is or what to do about it, and it kind of freaks them out. So if you're having some of these experiences that are not daily, to most people are not daily experiences, but you're having some of these issues, and you like to bring some balance and understanding to it, you can contact me and get some information, and or you can book a session with me I can teach you daily techniques you can do to help you bring balance to some of these situations. So at this point, I'm going to leave you with the information. I hope this has helped you a little bit to have a better understanding of yourself and what's going on with you. And I'm going to try to put a banner on the video with the email. I am in process of learning how to do that, so hopefully I can learn how to do it. But I'm very happy to be with you at this moment, and whatever event has brought you to me at this point, I thank the Divine Source for it, and I thank the Divine Source that I have the opportunity to share my knowledge and my experience and to be service to humanity. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I wish you all the best. And tomorrow is Valentine 2017. I don't know when you're going to see this video, but for me at this point that I'm filming this video, it's 13th of February of 2017, and tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So I wish you all a very happy Valentine's, and I hope all of your days, every day, be full of love. To fall in love with yourself, and to fall in love with God, and to fall in love with other people and humanity. Best of all to you. I hope I see you again very soon. Love and peace to you.